glorify you, Jesus. Magnify you, Lord. You're worthy of the glory, Lord.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Last week we concluded with the fact that you're your own tree. So quit trying to give people your fruit to make them like you, and just let your fruit be picked by who God sends to eat off of your tree. And now we're going to get into the most crucial part about fruit in this series. Is between this week and next week, there's going to be some major shifts to happen. Some you'll expect, some you won't expect. And there's a reason for both. Because one of the things that I think we miss out on mostly as Christians who follow God and ones who are trying to live life the best you can according to His standards, one of the things that we miss is that some of the unexpected is what's going to walk you into what's expected. That's a mindset that you have to begin to realize and understand. It is kind of a normal function for God, for us here in the earth. Because truth of the matter is, there's a lot of places that you are now that you wouldn't have been had you not had something unexpected happen to you. And that's important to understand, because what God does a lot of times, and that's why, you know, I'm just going to be real with you this morning. I know a lot of times that y'all probably look at me and y'all are like, why does he insist on things being just so? Well, why does he do that? Because I know Brother Quintus and Saf, because those are the ones that I usually have to help me move this table. I'll tell them, just move it, just this little bit. And I know what's going through their head while they're doing it. Like, man, we done picked up this table. Why we gotta pick it up again just for that little bit? And a lot of times, what you've got to understand is your greatest hadn't came because you haven't learned how to prepare in your worst. Your greatest hadn't came because you haven't learned how to prepare in your worst. So you're still crying over your worst. You're still mad over your worst. You're still upset over your worst. And wondering why your greatest hadn't gotten here yet. And sometimes all you need to move is just that little bit. Sometimes that's all you need to shift. Just that little bit. See, because usually the reason that you're getting so mad is because in your head you're thinking you're fixing to have to redo a whole bunch of extra stuff. And he says, all I need you to do is move that right there, just like this. That's all I need you to do. Just shift this little bit right here. Just that little bit. That's all I need you to do. Because once you position yourself properly, then you'll be able to receive all that he's ready to pour out. Because if any of you have ever, how many have ever poured something in a styrofoam cup before? and you didn't hold it. You poured it into that cup, and the cup either shifted or you poured too fast, and the stream hit the side of the cup and knocked it over. See, some of y'all aren't in the right position for him to pour out on you yet. He said, I need you to shift just this little bit, because if I start pouring right now, it's going to turn you over, and you ain't even going to be able to hold on to what I'm trying to get to you. See, 'cause like I said, you think you're in position, and he's like, I need you to move just this little bit. Now I done moved enough. I'm tired of moving. I'm tired of adjusting. I'm tired of shifting. Why don't you make somebody else move? Why don't you make them change? Why don't you adjust them? And all he's saying is, I just need you to move just this little bit. That's all I need you to do. We're right here. I just need you to move just that little bit. Here's why I need you to understand that. Because, again, in the scripture that we looked at in Luke 13, starting out, Luke 13, verse 6 through 9, I want you to notice a couple of things. Because your fruit requires peace to grow. And any place that you have not had peace has not grown good fruit. You've been trying to get fruit in a place where you're still upset. You're still mad. You're still holding a grudge against somebody. You're still looking at how they mistreated you, but you want good fruit right there. And the truth of the matter is, you can't have it yet. Not as long as you have that. Here's why I need you to understand that. Because in Luke 13, verse 6 through 9, he says, he spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, Behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on what fig tree?
This fig tree.
This fig tree. Not just any fig tree, this one. You know, the one you've been looking for fruit on. Your finances, relationships, your health, on the job, these things, those things. Kids getting better, kids getting better under control, kids growing up and adjusting in life, and all these different things. You know, those trees, those fig trees, where you've been looking for the fruit, and they ain't moved. See, and what you're ready to do is you're ready to transplant. You ready to uproot this joker and go put it somewhere else and go get another tree. You're ready to just, I'm tired. I see how wrong I've been being done. I see how much I've not been appreciated. I'm ready to shut this down and start it over.
You're telling the truth.
But I want you to notice what he says. He says, I come seeking fruit on this tree, and I find none. Cut it down. Cut it down. Y'all ready to get chainsaws? Y'all done sharpened up axes. You got one for each hand. You ready to? you ready to start just chopping? And I want you to notice what he says. This is why